All right, guys. So I stumbled across this woke, anti-racist professional, who basically tells us everything that we already knew about the whole anti-racism movement, aka that anti-racism is really just a movement for more racism, and is also a grift, right? It is a money grab because ultimately what these people want is for them to be paid money to tell other people that they're racist, but without ever having to answer for their own racism. Okay, that's what these people want. It's a big game of just give me the money because I'm making you feel guilty, right? That's what it's about. And this anti-racist professional here, that's what she calls herself, basically explains this by stating that you are not anti-racist if you're not actively giving black people reparations. Take a look.
Hey y'all. For those that don't know, I do anti-racism work professionally. I'm a facilitator and a consultant. In my day job, I offer political education and move resources to the larger social justice movement. And in my side hustles, I offer political education and guidance to organizations and other organizing bodies to help them unlearn white supremacy culture. When I first started doing this work, my work was very much geared towards white folks and helping white folks understand racism and just trying to change their minds. And that was fruitless. I was not enjoying myself, so I shifted my political education to center black folks specifically and other people of color. What I expect from white folks, what white folks' anti-racism work truly is the redistribution of wealth in this country. If you are not paying reparations to black and brown folks right now, you are not anti-racist.
Which basically means that you're racist, right? That's basically what she's saying. Because the anti-racist ideology, guys, if you guys don't, understand it, or if you're unfamiliar with it, there is no middle ground. You either can be racist or anti-racist. That's it. If you're not actively being anti-racist, then you are in fact racist, right? According to Ibram X. Kendi, right, the godfather on this stuff. Okay, so what she's saying is that if you're not actively giving black folks reparations as a white person, then you are in fact a racist, right? Even though your ancestors may have nothing to do with owning slaves or anything like that, or discriminating, anything like that, right? Your ancestors might have been slaves, okay? Or indentured servants, put it that way. Hey, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. If you're not actively giving reparations to black people, then therefore you are a racist, right? According to this person. Now, again, this type of ideology and her saying this out loud definitely got a whole lot of people talking. As Libs of TikTok picked up on what she said and posted it. And she got wind that she got put on Libs of TikTok. And this was her response to Libs of TikTok, unsurprisingly calling people who watch Libs of TikTok racist. Take a look.
This is a message to the libs of TikTok. I was on a social media break and then I got random notifications and discovered that y'all posted me again, which is cool. I'm glad that my content is giving you so many views and so much traffic. You're welcome. Here's the thing. I'm not a liberal. That's weird. I'm not a liberal. Stop posting me on libs of TikTok. I'm not a lib. 2, y'all keep using the same 3 insults and they just never land. You either call me stupid, unattractive, or poor. And I'm none of those things. I'm quite literally a genius. I have eyes, so I know I'm not unattractive. And I just started a new job and my salary is more than most Americans, just based on statistics. So also the post was about how you're not anti-racist if you're not paying reparations. And if you follow libs of TikTok, you're not anti-racist, you're just a racist. So I was never talking to you. Also, if you're just too poor to pay reparations, say that. I have a lot of advice for poor people.
Bruh. Let me tell you something. If you have to call yourself a genius, right? If you have to call yourself a genius, then you're probably not a genius, right? Geniuses don't have to call themselves geniuses. They know that they are geniuses. So they don't need to announce it to the world because everybody understands that this person is smart, right? But and the reason why you know this person is not very smart is because when confronted with criticism, right, she defaults to, well, you're racist, if you criticize me, right? If you don't like my opinions, then you're racist, right? I wasn't talking to you guys anyways, because if you watch Libs of TikTok or if you follow Libs of TikTok, you're racist, okay? That is kind of what it is, right? And then she accuses people of not wanting to pay reparations, of being too poor, right? As if people should understand that they have to pay reparations. By default, you should have to pay reparations. And if you disagree with paying reparations, not only are you racist, but you also might be poor, right? You're too poor to pay reparations. That's why you don't want to do it. Just say it, right? Just say it. You're racist and you're poor. That's why you don't want to pay reparations. Not that you really don't feel like you owe anybody anything, right? Or that you did anything wrong. No. That's not it. You're racist and you're poor, right? Bruh, these people kill me, right? These people kill me. I already done videos about reparations, right? I have not heard one practical argument for reparations. None of these people can articulate how in the world are you supposed to identify who was negatively affected by slavery and who wasn't, right? Because there's a lot of black people in this country that ancestors were not slaves, right? At least not slaves in United States. Okay, they weren't slaves. Just like there's a lot of white people in this country whose ancestors were not slave owners. Okay, whose families did not own slaves. So who is supposed to pay who? None of these pro-reparations people have articulated a practical way of actually paying reparations. Because if you're not paying back the people that were actually harmed with money from people who did the harming, then that's not reparations, right? That's not reparations. That's just a redistribution of wealth, which is what these people want. They just want a redistribution of wealth. They're just saying, listen, white folks, give all your money to black people, and that's just what we want, right? We want that because of the wrongs of the past. And I wish these people would just say that instead of using the whole reparations thing as cover for what you actually really want, which is wealth redistribution, right? That's what you actually really want. So just say, that's what we want. Stop trying to throw slavery in there as a justification for wealth redistribution when it has nothing to do with slavery, right? It ain't got nothing to do with reparations. It has everything to do with, well, I just want money, right? I want a handout. I was wrong. I don't want to get my own resources like this person claims that they can do, right? You get paid more than the average American, right? According to her, so much so that you feel comfortable calling your critics poor, right? If you get paid that much, you're doing so well, why are you demanding reparations? Why are you demanding reparations? I'm just saying. You can get your own reparations, right? It's called investing, okay? Invest, right? That's what reparations is. But, hey, you know, I will say this. If you are white and you do agree with reparations, you think black people should be paying reparations, and you're passionate about it, then feel free to empty out your bank account and give me all of your money, right? I will gladly take your reparations, okay? I'll gladly take your reparations. I'm just saying, okay? Because apparently this person doesn't talk to white people that, you know, watch Libs of TikTok. She's talking to people that think that reparations should happen, right? So I'm just saying, if you really think that, if you truly believe that, feel free to give me your money, right? I will most gladly take it as a form of reparations. But she's saying this. It's funny. The irony here is that, you know, she's saying this as if giving black people money will solve all the issues of the black community, right? Just give black people money. Just give them money. That's going to solve the issue. When during 2020, right, probably more money has been poured into the black community than ever, right? During 2020 and 2021. But one of the main groups that is taking all this money that's supposed to be meant for black people is using the money to buy mansions, right? This time, they're buying a mansion in Canada, right? Canada, okay? We all know about Patrisse Khan-Cullors, one of the founders of Black Lives Matter, that bought like 4 houses, right, worth millions of dollars, and then dipped and then quit, right? We all know that. But now we got reports that the current organization that's still connected to the founder is buying more mansions, right? This is what they're doing. Instead of helping the black community, right, doing what they claim they were supposed to be doing. Again, this is a money game. That's all it is. But let's read here about this. Black Lives Matter moved millions of dollars to a charity in Canada run by the wife of co-founder Patrisse Khan-Cullors to purchase a mansion that used to be headquarters of the Communist Party of Canada, according to public records reviewed by the New York Post. All right, so Patrisse Khan-Cullors, the head of it, she stepped down after people backlash against her for her lavish real estate purchases. Okay, so her wife, right, apparently is still acting though on her behalf with the same type of behavior, where they're out here still purchasing lavish real estate for whatever reason. Okay, this is where your reparations are going, by the way. Right, I want people to understand. This is where your reparations are going. M4BJ, which is a nonprofit based in Toronto that was set up in part by Patrisse Khan, bought the 10,000 square foot mansion for $6.3 million in July 2021. Khan is the wife of Khan-Cullors, a self-professed Marxist who helped found Black Lives Matter Global Foundation Network. Last year, Khan-Cullors resigned from the organization after investigation revealed that she spent $3.2 million on homes in Georgia and Los Angeles. She reportedly denied that the homes were purchased with donations to BLM. Right. Okay, right. I think those donations to BLM not only went to purchase those homes, but also to the Democrat Party, if you ask me. That's where the money went. Okay, look at the Democrats' bank account and look at her bank account. Right, that's where you'll find out where the money from BLM went. Because that's what a lot of people are asking. Where the money at? We know where the money at. Right? You're just looking in the wrong place. This is not in Black Lives Matter bank account. And it's not any of these black communities that they're supposed to be helping. The purchase of the Toronto mansion, which is also called Wildseed Century for Art and Activism, drew criticism from within the organization. Quote, for BLM Canada to take money from BLM Global Network Foundation for a building without consulting the community is unethical. Canadian BLM activists Sarah Jama and Sarah Sadi recently said, for BLM Canada to refuse to answer questions from young black organizers goes against the spirit of movement building. Well, it was never about that, right? It was never about that. Y'all was the pawns. Because we've done stories in the past, guys, about how BLM is not distributing funds to some of these local chapters, right? Let alone the communities like Ferguson and, you know, all these other communities that they raise money off of, right? The families that had dead ancestors, dead relatives that they raised money off of. No, none of the money goes to them, right? And the people in those communities, complain, the chapters complain, and BLM was like, right? Whatever. They took in millions of dollars. Millions. They didn't give it to the chapters. They didn't give it to the communities. But you got the founders out here purchasing mansions. Come on now. Come on. We know where the money's going. If you're still working for this organization or donate money to this organization, I don't know what to tell you, bro. Right? You might need to get a mental evaluation, okay? Because even a blind man can see the buffoonery going on here. According to a recent investigation by the Washington Examiner, two activists who were supposed to assume leadership after Khan-Cullors' resignation left abruptly in September. Cullors stepped down from her role as executive director of the activist group's Central Foundation last year amid questions about her finances. Cullors was questioned intensely on a series of real estate investments and property purchases, leading to criticism for her perceived opulence while claiming to be a Marxist. All right. So, yeah, we don't need to read more of this, okay? We know what's up. BLM continue to do what BLM does, right? Which is take the money that has been given to them, right? The reparations, okay? The so-called reparations. And they're spending on mansions, right? They're not really helping anybody in the so-called black community. But you got people out there, they'll tell you, listen, you're racist if you don't give money to people like BLM, right? If you're not actively giving money to black causes, black organizations, anti-racist work, right? You are a racist. While people that are receiving that money, the so-called reparations, they're getting rich, right? They're not even using the money to benefit the communities that they claim they care about. Ain't it funny how that works? Right? But you're the racist if you're skeptical about giving your money away to some of these organizations and these groups, right, that are doing this so-called anti-racist work, right? Again, it's kind of funny how that works. But let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a black conservative perspective. Peace.